Alright guys, welcome back to episode 5 of the Digimon World playthrough. We're going to start off this episode by talking to Urimon, who's going to give us some rumours about something that's going on somewhere in the world. So Urimon says, have you ever been to the Great Canyon? Because apparently there's an invisible bridge there. Now I don't know if Urimon's been smoking some of that good stuff, but we're going to go and take a look, and on the way we'll talk about some stuff in regards to the last few episodes. So we've just finished handing out an ass kicking to Meramon, got that done, and for now Drill Tunnel is all done and dusted, so we won't have to go back there for a while, which is probably a relief after the whole dirt digging nonsense. So that's the reason why I had a 4th episode yesterday as well as a 3rd, and it's because I felt like episode 3 was kind of dry and I didn't want you guys to be bored out your tits watching that, so I done a little baby episode which was us just cleaning up Drill Tunnel and doing the Meramon business. So that's pretty much why there was 2 episodes yesterday. I think the plan from now on will be to do 1 episode a day, and I'll try my best to stick to that, and we'll see how we get on. In other news, as you may have noticed, maybe you guys won't be able to tell as much on YouTube, but I've actually changed my video plugin and hopefully the gameplay looks a bit cleaner. Again, still PS1 graphics obviously, but hopefully things are looking a bit nicer, a bit more colourful, a bit more refined. You can tell like from the sprite of our main character and also a bit of Greymon that things look a bit sharper. So yeah. Other than that, here we are. Now there's a weird hole in this cliff, and I don't know how you would figure this out the first time you played this game. I know what's going on here because I've done it before, but let's have a look. If you were to come here before you spoke to the little guy who tells you the rumours in town, then you would basically walk up to the edge of the cliff and he would tell you that it's dangerous and you couldn't cross it. But because we know what's going on, we have found out that there is actually some sort of invisible bridge nonsense going on. So let's explore into the next part of Great Canyon. So this is like the sort of cliffside. We kind of looked at this a bit earlier. It's kind of reminiscent of Overdale, which is the cemetery place that we've just left from. And there's a couple of things going on here. There'll be Digimon that we can find later on, new Digimon to battle, and things like that. But for now, we're just going to be having a look at one thing in particular, and that's this black doorway to our left-hand side here. We'll kick the shit out of this guy real quick, just get a bit of action in, and get young Phill warmed up for the episode. This is actually a bathroom for if Greymon or Phill decides that he's going to misbehave, but we're also just going to have a quick peek in here and see what's going on. Alright, welcome guys to the most frustrating minigame that's ever been created inside another game. So Monochromon runs a shop, and what the minigame is, you have to take over the shop or control of the shop for a little while and work for him. Now he's going to give you a target that you can't see, and we have to try and make that amount of profit in order to win the minigame. If we win the minigame, Monochromon's going to pay us, and then he's going to join the city. But if we fail the minigame, then we'll get paid still, but it'll just kind of be like a colossal waste of time. So we want to try and get this right. So basically what happens is the customers will come in one at a time. There's no timer once they get in here, but basically you've got the option to raise the price, keep the price at what is the regular market price, I guess, or you can lower the price. Now different types of customers will have different attitudes. And in this case, this Goburimon or Goblimon, depending on which game you play, he's going to give us a reaction to whether we like, or whether he likes the price or not, right? But the good thing is about the Goburimon is that they will normally take whatever price you give them. So you can usually max out the item that you're selling and get a max profit. These guys on the other hand are not so friendly. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to always try to start by raising the price. And depending on what face he makes, we're then going to adjust it, right? So in this case we're going to adjust it. We're going to keep the price at normal. Then we're going to rethink again and try and raise it. He gives us a smiley face and we're going to try and sell that. So he's going to complain, and then we're going to try and raise it again, and then because we've got a really ugly face there, we're going to basically keep it at regular price and just offer him that. So he's still complaining, but to be honest, the most important thing about doing the shop minigame is that you don't want to piss off your customer so much that they leave without buying anything, which can happen. We will have the option to sell them different types of items. It's mostly meat, porta potties, and most importantly medicine. But the big thing that we always want to make sure we get is the medicine. So right here, we don't want to lose this. So whatever happens, we kind of have to try and behave ourselves. But because it's a Goburimon, we can maybe... Alright, so he's really not taking it. Let's have another go here. Alright, so we're just going to keep it at a regular price and sell him that. Which is a shame, because normally we can sell that at max profit to those guys. But at the same time, we don't want to lose the medicine customers because they're going to help us hit our target the most. Sometimes you can get really lucky and you can get lots of customers coming in looking to buy medicine, in which case the target that you have to hit, which is actually, I believe it's like 3,100, 3,097 to be exact, or something weird like that. The porta potties and the medicine are the easiest ways to hit that target, but sometimes you can get like a lot of customers that come in and all they want is meat, which is pretty tragic. So there's a lot of RNG going on here, and we're just going to have to hope that we get some good customers. These guys here are actually a massive asshole, these Weedmon. So in the case of meat, you don't actually make that much of a profit anyway, and we don't want to lose the customer because that can work against us. So we're just going to sell the meat there at a shitty price. Goburimon's going to ask for a porta potty, and we're going to try and sell that at max price because he's a Goburimon. And hopefully we get some more medicine customers coming in soon. Alright, I'll take that as well. So we're going to max that out. So you can see there, so far we're at 865. When we hit the halfway point of the customers, Monochromon will tell us that. And then when we get to the end, there'll be a sort of indication of when that's going to happen as well. So we're going to try and raise this. See, the Goburimon are great, they're fantastic. It's the Weedmon and also the red penguin guys that you've got to watch out for. That being said, sometimes the customers can kind of bait you. Like right now, this Gotsumon is giving us a smiley face. Sometimes you can click to raise it like it's going to be fine, and right there we got a deal which is perfect. But sometimes they can instantly walk right out of the shop, which is the most annoying piece of shit that you've ever seen in your life. So that's just halfway done. Our target is not looking that great because, again, we're trying to hit 3,100 and we're not even halfway to that yet, I don't think. But hopefully we get a couple of medicine customers and we can make this work. So straight off the bat, again, we've got another medicine guy here. We're going to make sure that we get this. He's giving us a smiley face, so we're going to try and get that. Then he's going to complain. We're going to try keeping it. So that makes him really happy because he's getting it at a normal price. We're going to rethink, raise again. We get a really bad face, so we're definitely not going to take that one. Keep it. Gives us a smiley. Raise. Really not. Okay, so I think we're just going to have to take this one at regular price, unfortunately, but still, we'll take it. We only need a couple more of those for this to work. And that's basically the gist of what's going on here. Give me a porta potty. So what can happen, right? Let's say the customer walks straight out of the shop without buying anything. If they storm off in a huff because they're telling you you're charging too much, what can then happen is Monochromon will tell you that no customers are coming for a while. So it's almost like you lose, as well as that sale, you then lose the opportunity to get the next customer as well. So you really don't want them walking out the shop. Alright, this is actually going okay so far, but again, we need more medicine customers for this to work. Perfect. So we're going to try and raise. He's happy. And we got an instant sale, so that's great. So up to 2,035, so this is looking a lot better now. We'll see if the game's not going to cuck us, which it loves to do sometimes. Another porta potty, that's fine, and it's a Goburimon, so we're going to try and smash that in. Perfect. This is so tedious to me. Sometimes I've done this and it's worked perfect first time, and then other times you can sit here and give it like 6 or 7 shots and you just get wrecked every time by the game. So it's just a kind of, again, the luck of the RNG and also just trying to keep your patience. So this guy's going to complain. We're going to try and keep it at a regular price. Then we're going to rethink, raise, happy face. Right, we don't want to mess this up, so we're just going to unfortunately take this at regular price and let him get away with that. Another thing that can sometimes happen, and this is extremely unfortunate, sometimes you can offer at regular price and they give you the big smiley face, like they're really happy with that, and then they storm out anyway. Which is, that there must be a really low percentage chance for that to happen, but sometimes it happens and it can be extremely frustrating. Like right there, he can give you the happy face and you go for it at just regular price and they just walk straight out. These guys are a pain in the butt. Porta potty. So we're going to raise. Fortunately, he's not happy with that, so we're going to keep. And we're going to rethink. Raise. He's happy. And he took it. Good. Perfect. So 2590, we're almost there. We're going to need another medicine or two. We might get it if we're lucky. Meat, that's not good. Alright. You got a deal. Perfect. Come on, game. Behave yourself. Alright, that's us. We're done. So that's us basically failed that one. We get 1500 bits, which is fine, but that's going to pass a lot of time that's quite valuable to us. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to check Greymon doesn't need fed before we put him to sleep. He does. So we're going to feed him. And then we're going to hit sleep. And we're going to have another go at this. And hopefully we have a bit better luck this time around. Alright, let's have another go at this. Please behave yourself, game. Don't make me want to throw myself in front of a freight train. Let's have a bit of decency here, okay? I want some medicine customers. Not meat customers. I said medicine. You're close. But, not quite. So, come on. Portable potty. Okay, we're going to raise that price. We're going to sell you that. Perfect. 120. It's not bad. I hate these customers so much. Porta potty again. Okay, raise price. Happy. He's going to take that again. Good. Get out of the way. Get the little ones out of the way so that we can try and get the medicine customers in. Right, or meat. You know, meat's fine. Bye, little guy. Thanks.
2 hours later.
Finally. Alright. We're still behind. That's probably going to be the halfway point, I would imagine. No, can we get another medicine in to save this? Porta potty. Second best, I'll take it. Alright. Medicine. Good. Gonna raise and sell you that, hopefully. 400, okay. Some more. Definitely you. Not good enough. Remember when I told you that I absolutely love this minigame? Now you can see why. Good. Okay, can we sell that? Ideal. If we can get another 2 of those, we've nailed it. Good. Takes us up. Alright, I was not expecting that to work. Apparently we did it somehow, which blows my mind because I really thought this was going to be another failed run. But somehow we did it, boys. So, good shit. I think it's time. Thank you for your work. Your wisdom, character, and guts are what it needs to save this island. To be honest, mate, I was actually just swearing profusely at most of your customers when they were being dicks, so I don't know if that's completely true, but, you know, I'm not going to argue with you. It's important to be good in battle. Besides power, courage and wisdom are also needed. Apparently we displayed that in this shop session. Did we pass the test? Yes, I'll help you as much as I can, says Monochromon. Will you come to the city? What will you do with the shop? I can open a shop later. Apparently he's got money out. The yin-yang, this guy. This shop's duty is done. And just like that, Monochromon joins the site and we get paid 2,000 bits. So thank fuck that that's done because I did not enjoy that in the slightest. We're going to move on so that this whole episode is not completely dedicated to me wanting to kill myself. We're instead going to feed young Phill here. Phil's weight is plummeting through the ground, which sucks. Okay, and we're going to head back across the bridge. We're going to actually go and fight some people to take out our stress of Monochromon, because that is absolutely necessary at this point. let's head down through here and I'll show you guys something interesting on the way to our next battle. That's a happy mushroom. Gonna dodge this, bro. And come down here. Remember, and I think it was like episode 1 or 2, we talked about speaking to CENTAUR. I think it's about time we paid our Centaur friend a visit. Right here in this... oh, not right there. There's a spot around here that's going to come into play later on in the game. Oh, for the love of all things. Deep breaths. This has been a stressful episode, I'm not going to lie. I hope you guys are enjoying it, and that's all that matters. Holy smokes. There's a tiny little part of this part of the jungle in which we get wrecked off a sting fly bastard Digimon. There's a part of the jungle in which you can visit later on, and if you sprinkle a certain item on a certain plant, good things will happen. And I was going to show you the location of the plant, but instead we ended up taking the wrong turn and walking into this guy's face, which was unfortunate for us and both for him, because now he's kind of messed up. Alright, we'll take it. We're going to go back to our right here and head south. This is where we're going to be coming later on. There's nothing here right now and it looks like an empty bit of grass, but that will be very relevant after. And we'll need to speak to Tanemon about getting that sorted. Just give me a minute. Everybody and their granny wants to sabotage us today, apparently. Which is just excellent. We're gonna... yeah. Yep. I'm loving this. I'm loving this, Phill. You better mess this guy up. Thank you. That feels better. Alright. Let's take one of these. And we should probably also take one of these. In fact, I'm going to try and sneak another one in. Okay, never mind. Because where we're going to need some HP. Maduki Betamon dropped a small recovery. Why, thanks. It's the first good thing that's happened to us today. Other than getting actually Monochromon finished. So, what we're going to do is come down here. This is going to take us out. Yep, exactly where I thought. Perfect. Snatch this up and head along to the right. We haven't actually been in this part of the forest before, but this is the mangrove region, part of the tropical jungle. We're going to dodge this guy. I said we're going to dodge this. We're going to dodge this guy. Thank God for that. We're going to dodge you, one of our wanker medicine customers, and we're going to read this. What does this say? Warning: I will shoot any trespassers. And it's signed with love from CENTAUR. So, what we're going to do is take another small recovery real quick here. Hopefully that guy's not going to run into us. Alright, nice. And we're going to walk into what is called the Emulator Forest. Let's see what happens in here. Trespasser alert. Alright. I will shoot. So, we've got Mr. Patriotic Centaur over here who wants to kill anybody who enters his house. And we're going to take a hit here and it's going to hurt. Okay. So, basically, CENTAUR is behind one of these doors. It's the one with the red circle. And if you double backwards, he will shoot you and you will take half your HP and damage. Now, luckily we've managed to crack it because we know what we're doing. But when you're younger, that can really mess you up because it'll only take you getting shot twice for you to restart to the beginning. And the doors that CENTAUR is hiding behind gets randomised every time you come in. So, luckily for us, that's all we have to do with this guy. I didn't test you for fun. I want to work with you. The logic of the Digimon in this island are just perfect. Shoots you with a rocket launcher or some sort of sniper rifle or whatever, his gun arm. And it's because he wants to work for you. Right. If only that's how Monochromon's shop had worked. We could have shot all the customers. So now we've went into a new region and we're going to take a couple of steps here and see what happens. Oh, hello. Who are you? Don't worry, we're just travelling through to save the island. Don't mind us. I don't trust you get lost. Everybody's so aggressive. It's just not fair. And Tyrannomon wants to fight us. Probably because we didn't digivolve into him and he's a bit salty. We're going to try and not get one shot here. By taking one of those. In fact, we're going to actually stick a couple of these down. Make sure we don't accidentally die because that would be uncool. So this is one of our next boss battles that we're obviously going to be participating in. Tyrannomon isn't too bad. Apart from when he puts us into a lockdown stun force field of pain, which can suck. But other than that, Tyrannomon shouldn't be too difficult to defeat. We can actually learn some moves off this guy as well. That is Buster Dive, and I would love to learn that move. Based on our luck so far today, I'm not going to get my hopes up, but you never know, it is a possibility. And the reason we're fighting Tyrannomon, or one of the reasons, is because obviously we want to progress this part of the map, but he's also going to drop us a chip once we defeat him. And that's going to be really important for our quest to get Metal Greymon. So in terms of this battle, I'm going to wait until he stops doing his dance with no pants, and then we're going to use our ultimate on him. I just don't want to fuck the ultimate up right now, because when he's in this sort of... Alright, here we go. This might be our moment. Yep, nice. So when he does that, when he's in that crazy mode, he kind of acts sporadically, and so it's kind of hard to judge what he's going to do, and I didn't want to fuck up the ult. Boom! We'll use another MP floppy just for good measure. But yeah, we're going to try and get the chip off him, and that's going to help us buff our stats up to try and meet the requirements for Metal Greymon. Because right now that is looking super grim. But I believe, boys. I believe. Alright, nice. So we get some stats, some points, and most importantly, Tyrannomon dropped the HP chip. We didn't learn any moves, so sad times, but there will be other opportunities for us to pick up those moves. So it's not too bad. I'm sorry, we don't get a lot of visitors here, so I get excited about my new job, aka beating the shit out of anybody who comes in the front garden. I'm guarding a place called the Ancient Dino region. It's an unexplored region, and it's also a shithole, but we're not going to say that to Tyrannomon. I don't like the Ancient Dino region very much. We live in a glacial time zone. It's a special place where time goes slow, which is actually a nice place. On the other hand, there is another part which called the Speedy Dino region, or the Speedy Time Zone, or something like that, in which time passes twice as fast. Now for us, when time is precious for us trying to get our requirements for our ultimate Digivolution, we don't want to be dicking around in there too much. So what we're going to do is we'll leave Tyrannomon to do his thing for now. We're going to pick up this chip, and we're going to autopilot straight back to the city. Because there's stuff we need to be putting in the bank, we need to heal up. Phil's going to be a cock, so we're going to scold him. We love you, Phill, but you really need to be behaving yourself, mate. We're going to autopilot back, put our stuff in the bank, and we can also show you Monochromon, and that'll probably round this episode up. So again, I'm sorry there was a lot of shopkeeping, but honestly, I'm also glad that we got that aspect of the game out of the way, because it does kind of do my tits in, and I'm just glad that it's done, basically. So we'll pick up our meat, nip across to the bank real quick, and talk to Phill clone. Baby Phill clone at this stage. So in here we're going to put our Happy Mushroom and our HP chip. And that's going to leave us some space. And we can go and see what our boys been up to since joining the city. Causing havoc, probably, and setting up a shop in which all of his customers are wankers. So instead of our Magic Carpet, Coalmon and Betamon duo business partner shopkeeper, we now actually have a shop building. So we're going to go in here and have a look. Makes it look a lot nicer, and basically this will now house other shopkeepers that we pick up later on in the game. So here's Monochromon. Wolfie, Phill, I opened my item shop. I think it'll do quite well. With more Digimon in the city, we can get more stuff. See, so, you know, Monochromon's pretending that he was concerned about the island. He just wanted to open up inside our our sexy city where all the customers were appearing. Is that noble of him? Not really, but do we care? No, because we need to buy some of his stuff. So inside the shop, we can actually pick up a few things here. Let's pick up a couple of autopilots. We're also going to pick up a bunch of medium recoveries, which are quite expensive, but still going to pick those up. And we're also going to pick up some MP floppies. Do we have medium MP floppies yet? Not yet. Alright, these will do for now, because our MP still sucks quite a lot, so it's good to hang on to a stash of these. But for now, guys, we're going to feed Phill some giant meat. We're going to round up the episode. Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment. Let me know how pissed off you were about Monochromon and his shop, and whether that caused you any problems when you played this game when you were younger, if you played it. And next episode, we're going to be doing a lot more fighting. In fact, just before we quickly round up, I'll give you a little hint into what we're going to be doing next time. So if we go back and talk to Euramon, this time he's not going to tell us about the bridge, but instead he's going to tell us that apparently there's bandits in Great Canyon, and, you know, because we're kind of like the badass sheriffs of town, we're going to not let any of that nonsense fly. So next episode, episode 6, we're going to be back. We're going to be kicking some bandit ass, and hopefully picking up some more chips on the road to Metal Greymon. Alright, I'll see you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Bye.